Indianapolis family now speaking out after the biggest development into a 31-year-old homicide case. Carmen Van Huss was 19 years old when she was brutally raped and murdered in her Indianapolis apartment. Now a Missouri man is behind bars tonight. I'm Gina Glaros, and tonight for Jenny Runovich, our Marina Silva spoke with Carmen's brother today, and she joins us now with how their family is doing. Marina.
Well, Gina, in the 20 minutes we talked with Carmen's brother over the phone today, you could just hear the sadness in his voice because of how she was killed is once again being brought to light. Now, he's not ready to talk to us on camera, but he's breathing a sigh of relief that a suspect has finally been arrested.
It's been 31 years since Jimmy Van Huss has hugged his sister Carmen. Now, he's reliving the trauma of that night in March 1993. Police called him Friday after a major break in his sister's case thanks to a match on DNA. Police arrested Jermaine Shepherd in Missouri. Police say his DNA from the scene was eventually put into national and state databases. In 2013, a partial profile was developed. A decade later, Van Huss says it was a distant cousin who pinged a match that eventually led detectives to Shepherd. Van Huss says his 19-year-old sister loved animals. She was a freshman in college studying art when she was brutally murdered. According to court documents, Carmen Van Huss was raped and stabbed 61 times. Her father found her body after going to check on her. Jimmy was a freshman at the time of his sister's death and found out when he turned on the news and saw his father crying. Jimmy says their dad was never the same. He died in 2002, never knowing who killed his daughter. Jimmy speaking to 13 News on behalf of their family to keep his sister's memory alive.
Van Huss says he's hopeful that more cold cases like his sister's could be solved with DNA evidence. He's also very thankful to one IMP detective that worked on this case for years outside of his regular duties. And IMPD is planning a news conference on Tuesday, and he says he plans to be there.
Yeah, and then of course the suspect, Jermaine Shepherd, he is still in Missouri. So what's next in this case?
Yes, so he has a hearing on Wednesday. That will get the process started to get him back here to Indy eventually. But right now he's sitting in Boone County, Missouri. That's where he will wait to hear from a judge about what's next.
Yeah, of course, Marina, you've been on top of this all weekend. You'll be following this story.
Yes, very sad story.
Every step of the way.
You can hear it. Like I said, you heard it from the family. It's incredibly sad.
A lot of closure, but you feel for this family reliving all these details. Thank you, Marina.
Yep.